of living. And look at what you have out here. And let me be clear, I have spoken with some Negroes that actually think men like LeBron James and them got some money. Them niggas are owned by those corporations. White corporations own them. They have a draft. They put them up on a stage and check their teeth like horses. When the draft comes, just check it out for yourself. And I think LeBron James is the baddest thing that's played basketball in a long time. I think he's a great man because he did stand up for Baltimore and what happened in Ferguson. So I'm not saying anything about him personally. What I'm talking about is the system that exploits your natural resources from you. Ladies and gentlemen, they're not fighting about religion in the Middle East. They are fighting about their way of life and oil in the Middle East. Negroes in this country have lost control of the last resource they ever had. They never really ever had control. The control of the Negro body as property of white folks in this country has been a consistent practice and laid the basis for the rise of Hitler's behavior against the Jews. Who do you think Hitler's people were looking at? The genocides started right here in America. It was called slavery. I was speaking with a Jewish friend of mine today, and we got to talking in a pretty heated discussion about what is going about socialism. He's from Russia, so he knows what the Russian form of socialism is. But when he got to America, he's done pretty well for himself. And now he feels like Negroes are not capable of doing anything. I had to explain to him, America has never been a capitalist country. America has been a white socialist-run country from the beginning. And when you define socialism as an economic system, you will discover that it's based on the enslavement of an underclass. Now, a lot of folks arguing for black socialism won't tell you that, but I'm telling you, white socialism was what founded this country. And Negroes were enslaved to make free labor for them. Now, you can't get past that. There's no getting past that. And you're seeing that when you listen to Bernie. Free college for everybody. How many Negroes get free high school and graduate with any knowledge? None, because the educational system has nothing to do with you being a free people. The whole history structure is about white freedom and how great white people are and what they did and who they've become and what they're going to be. There's nothing in their books that describes you, and that your children don't adhere to it. You can't blame them. What have you done to change that? We know that the Civil War never happened. Congress never made a declaration of war, or it would have legitimized the South. Why have we not demanded that the school system reconstruct and write the true history of what took place in the 1860s in this country? That was an insurrection against this government. And take down all those traitors on Monument Lane and everywhere else in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, if Negro preachers loved you, and if they really worship God, they would be embracing this Negro setting before you and those like me. They would be helping 1450 AM and making sure it went from a radio AM to an FM and then into TV and on the internet, so Negroes could really hear from people just like you on the street. This is a very hard message to drive home. Every time I look, I looked at this thing at Howard University, and these Negroes have PhDs, and they're speaking about the black history. It's always about your history. It's never about here and now. But let us talk about here and now. The failure rate of African American children in high school and colleges, the exploitation of a capitalist country that takes Negroes and makes them play for free in high school and college. They cannot make money, but calls itself the most free market country in the world. And Negro leadership says nothing about it? There are no protests. Black Lives Matter when you say to these multi-billion-dollar colleges, you will pay for our services. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about time we start to demand our economic dominance in this country. It is about time that we say to the Congress in the United States, and if Hillary wants our vote, we tell her what we should have told Barack. You want our vote, you better put an agenda on the board for us. And that agenda better start with that very simple word, freedom. Our sovereign freedom in this country and in this time. Negroes are paying taxes and Social Security when they should not be. You should not have to pay. Why are you being taxed? If the country was built off of your blood. Now, white folks are going to argue the point. We didn't build this country off of you, but let's go to the tape. All we have to do is look at what Jefferson Davis wrote. If he didn't know what they did, nobody did. He was the president of the Confederacy. He said clearly, 75% of the profits or the exports of the United States, and this does not include all the domestic work, are directly responsible, attributed to African slave labor. He says, we brought them here. We gave them their religion. We gave them their mores. We gave them their education. We told them who they were, and we made them to be fit to always serve us. And let me tell you something. You can go to the highest sports legends in this country, and they serve white people. They do not serve a black economy. The Negro is still not getting paid. Let me tell you how. You niggas can check this out for yourself. Stop drinking and pay attention. Here's the kicker. Put that weed down and the crack. For once. Here's the kicker. A Negro goes to work for white people in a white economy. The white man pays us. I don't care if you're playing basketball. I don't care how much you got. You have to take your money and go back and buy their cars, their clothes, their food, everything from them. Well, let me tell you something, niggas. That means the white man gets you to pick the cotton for him. He gives you fat back and you pick more cotton. You're sharecropping, still doing it. It's just a modern way of doing it. Because if you're not a free, independent people to do trade with them, you can never get wealthy. So this buy black, yeah, I love it. Buy from blacks if you can. But that's not enough. Aren't you sure when you ride down the streets of America and Richmond, right through the city of Richmond, it's got cracker on every building. White folks own it. They take our money. As soon as we get it every day, we pay them, we give it right back to them. We have no choice but to give it back to them. And this is why your black businesses ain't never going to get none. What do they buy from you? What would they buy from you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They wouldn't buy nothing from you niggas. And it's about time black leadership stood up and said that. And that's why black boys are dying. And now Black Lives Matter. They matter real because we're talking about the real white racist America in this country. They have so rigged the economic system that your children, when they get degrees, they run your resumes through an algorithm in a computer that can say, her name is Shoshonda. That's a nigger. Trash pal. It never makes it to the hiring manager. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be stupid. You're already dumb. That's a fact. I mean, I can't tell you any simpler. If I talked to you every day, this country would change for us. Because we could get these niggas who call themselves our so-called leaders, and not just men. There are a lot of black women. Stop trying to be a white woman. Half of you want to cut that big booty off so you look like you got a pancake butt like them. Somebody is crazy enough to call me. Caller, you on the air.
Yeah, you made a comment a while ago that black people don't get treated properly. Unfortunately, you're wrong.
You must be white.
No, that's right, but I fought for the civil rights.
That's what I said. Well, say what you got to say. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Say what you got to say. I'm a nigga ain't backing down. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Say what you got to say. See, you don't like it when black people talk to you like you talk to us.
I'm not.
You don't like it.
I'm talking
You wouldn't
to you
like it.
another man.
That's your problem. That's your problem. Folks, we got the head of the Klan on the phone. Go ahead, head.
Let me finish talking.
Hurry up. You're wasting my time. That's what you tell me. I'm wasting your time when I come for a job. I'm wasting your time.
You know, hey, Lee, you got a bad habit. You don't let people...
Oh, I see. I got a bad habit. When do you let black people talk? Turn the news on.
I'll tell you what.
The only black person that gets to talk is one that talks like you. When we talk like we think, we got a bad attitude and everything else because you don't want to hear the truth.
I'll tell you what the truth is.
What is it?
Prior to the civil rights, and I fought for you people hard. I know how you were treated.
Did you hear this, fool?
Wait a minute.
Why don't you just say nigga?
No, I ain't saying nigga.
You said you people.
You set the colored people back 100 years. You know that?
Did you call me colored?
You don't shut your mouth to
now, first I'm you people, now I'm colored, now nigga shut up.
Wait a minute.
100 years of you telling me to shut up, I bet you lynch me.
Wait a minute. Prior to the civil rights, I was stationed in Georgia way back when, and I got an education. Tell. And I got an education how you people were treated, and I didn't like it.
You people?
I didn't grow up that way.
I thought we were all Americans.
Wait a minute, damn it.
Why you keep saying you people then?
Well, I'm talking about, what do you want me to say?
Americans.
I'm talking about the black American people.
No, if we were all one nation, you would call me an American, but what you see is you people. That's what you're saying. And I'm pointing it out.
Are you finished?
Are you?
Are you finished?
You off your rocker.
Johnny Johnson had bunch of grocery stores here, and I don't know if you remember him. And the black people in Churchill and the areas of Fulton Bottom didn't even support him.
Well, how many white people went in there?
Well, there were no whites in there.
No culture in the whole world would survive if it had to survive off its own people. You have to make money off of other people too. The very fact that white people have a embargo against dealing economically with black people is self-evident. We give you all our money. We do business with white people every day. We do business with support your economy and your children. You do no business with us other than to sell us the rotten fast food that you can give us to the point that we're so poisoned we're the sickest people in the world. This is a fact.
You're gonna be set back another 400 years with your rhetoric.
We never stepped forward.
You've done
setback. See, this is what I'm talking about. You say that I'm going to be set back as though I made forward progress. Are you serious?
Are you finished? Are you
finished?
No, are you finished?
There's only one person finished. You. Bye. And don't call me no more.
Man.
You are out of your mind. Get off my phone. Don't call me no more. Folks, let me tell you, I really enjoyed your conversation, sir. You're just part of the show here, but I'm for real. Look, this man right here has a point to make, and I understand his point. He thinks that we've been done an injustice, but we just don't do the right thing. and we don't get it yet, that we can go from here. I am saying to him clearly, he's blind.